Hey everybody, how's everyone doing? This is take two, my first recording cut out for some reason, which is a real pain, but never mind. Today we're doing James Rutherford. I know people want to see Mike Manzi, and also I will do Dustin McFetridge. Just check I'm recording. I am. I will do Justin McFetridge. I just need a lot of time for him because his thing is so long. His interrogation is so long. So I thought just for a little filler episode, we could do James Rutherford. He's actually really interesting. I've just recently watched his Uncut on Joey's TCAP channel. It's really funny. He's a real fucking asshole. So yeah, let's get into it. I like him because he's 26 and I'm 26. So I can put myself in his age, his shoes, and try and get into the mind of this guy. Anyway, let's get into it.
Are you going to call if you're coming or if you're not?
We wanted to do something different in Ohio, so we found a very, very young-looking 19-year-old actress who would be in the house with us and pose as the on-site decoy.
I'd really like to see you.
We didn't think James Rutherford was going to show up. He had engaged in a long, explicit, suggestive webcam interaction with our decoy, showing little parts of the body.
Little parts of the body. Chris throwing some shade.
Later, though, he said, I'm not sure this is the right thing to do.
I was really looking forward to it. That's not fair. I'm so bored here.
But all of a sudden...
Now, this is where the show gets some scrutiny. I'm so bored. Come on. All that sort of shit. I'm not saying I agree with it, but that's where the show has gotten scrutiny in the past. He said no. Well, at least I think he did. I'm reading his chat log. His chat log. He's just a fucking real loser. He is such a fucking lonely loser. But yeah, it has been said that it's quite suggestive, sexually suggestive. Although the point still remains, I've said it before, if a 13-year-old says anything, it's your responsibility to blah, blah, blah. We know this already, you know. We know this. Just let it play.
this red Corvette.
Oh, hold on. Before I let it play. A red Corvette. That is fucking nice. I don't know what kind of cars people drive. I don't know if that's just normal, but that's fucking nice.
Comes down the driveway and parks right
Look at that thing.
around back. Now, the way we had it set up was that...
Okay, yeah, I'll stop it one more time. He has that red Corvette. This is the school he taught at. St. Margaret of York Catholic School. I'm pretty sure they would be paying a teacher there pretty well. Yeah. St. Margaret of York School. I can imagine that's a pretty prestigious school. So this guy's probably got a bit of money for his age, and he decides to do what he did. I'll never get it.
The guy would park in front and walk around back. But he drove right up to the back door. So we all had to scramble into position.
Okay, gotcha. I'm familiar with that approach.
Yeah, I don't know why they had to put that in.
Come on in. The door's open.
Where are you?
Oh, I'm just gonna go finish getting ready. I'll be right there.
Where are you?
I'll be right back. Just sit at the bar and I'll be right there.
Come here.
How do you walk into someone's house and say, "Where are you? Come here"? That's odd. Someone you've never met.
No, I promise I'll be right back.
No, come here.
I'll be right there.
Come here.
Wait, gotta be a little patient.
Actually, I want you to come here.
That's what I thought.
Rutherford alluded to the potential of this being a setup, perhaps a police sting. He even talks about, maybe this is morally not the right thing to do, as infatuated as he said he was. But he does it anyway. And I think it speaks to the level of addiction and compulsion some of these guys develop online. Could you have a seat right over there, please? Okay. What are you doing here?
I just came to hang out, really.
You came to hang out.
Yeah.
And you came to hang out with who?
I had a feeling this was...
Look at that hairline. That is not winning the genetic lottery.
What's going on, honestly.
You had a feeling what was going on?
That this was some sort of setup.
A setup. A setup for what?
I don't know, and I'll be honest with you, I didn't come here for anything physical. I just was bored. I'm going through a divorce. I just wanted to get out of the house, honestly.
So you couldn't go to a sports bar to watch a game, or you
I've
couldn't
been
go
doing
to
that all
a pal's
weekend,
house?
man.
And so you thought you'd come here to this house?
I knew it wasn't a good idea from the get-go.
Who did...
Now this guy's actually, I would imagine he's quite intelligent. So he's a bit smarter than your average predator, right? So if we flip on over here to my other tab, which I have ready, to his Uncut, we'll watch this for a little bit. It's 36 minutes, and I don't really want to talk over 36 minutes. I don't imagine that would be very entertaining. So we'll just watch some of the best bits, and we'll get a look at this guy's attitude. He's quite... Something tells me it's not the first time that this asshole has talked his way out of a situation, because that's what he thinks he's doing, is talking his way out.
I'm sorry, man. I knew it.
What school do you teach at, Jim?
I'm not going to tell you.
No,
I could be your
we missed a good bit.
teacher. Would you flirt with me? She says wink at you and stuff. Hee hee, okay. Cute. You'd like that. I'd be flattered. Not like that's a bad thing. Innocent enough.
I knew I shouldn't have come. I knew I shouldn't have come.
And I like him there. I knew I shouldn't have come. That's like me when I do something stupid. Of course I never do anything this stupid, but, you know, when I do something, like, silly, I'm like, oh, I knew I shouldn't have done that. There's been plenty of times. I can't think of one right now, but there's been lots.
I'm sorry, man. I knew it.
Now listen up, because this bit's funny.
What school do you teach at, Jim?
I'm not going to tell you. You're going to find out. I'm going to get arrested, I'm sure.
How about St. Margaret of York?
That's it.
Is that right? Do you coach too?
Oh, we missed it. He says, can I go? And Chris says, no, you can't. And it's funny, because Chris always says, you know, I never pretend I'm a cop, you know, but it's been said before. And then he says, can I go? No, you can't. But the thing is, Chris could say anything. Chris could say he's a... No, he couldn't say he's a cop, but he could, virtually say anything. And if this idiot sits there and listens and talks, well, that's your own fault. It's your responsibility to look after yourself. He didn't trick you. You're just a fucking idiot.
Not anymore, apparently.
You say, I guess I'd like to kiss you. You say, I
you know-
guess
you know
I'd
what?
kiss
You know
you
what?
too then.
Look, dude, I know what I said. I shouldn't have said it. My life just ended completely.
Why did you do it?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know?
I have
You're a
no
grown-up.
damn clue. This
Yeah, you're a grown-up, and this is a good little meltdown.
was the stupidest thing I've ever done.
Yelling.
Just end it, man. This is...
Where are you most ticklish? All over. Oh my
Look,
God.
dude, I don't
nice.
care. I know what I said. You don't need it for your
You
TV.
don't care?
I know.
And he says,
Okay. No. All right, let me phrase that.
he says, you don't need it for your fucking TV comedy. Oh, that's a pretty good line. You don't need it for your fucking TV comedy. That's pretty funny. I will give you that, James Rutherford. You know, if you knew it's for the TV comedy, as you put it, then why do you sit there and talk?
Please
I
sit down.
do.
No. I'd like you to sit down, please.
I know you would. I'll tell. I mean, I know what I said. I
It
don't
gets
care.
a lot worse than
Yeah,
that.
I know, and I don't want to get into that. If I'm going to be arrested, just please have me arrested. I need help, obviously.
Do you do this often?
No, this is the first time I've ever done
This is
something.
the first time.
I don't believe it.
You know, because I've heard that a lot.
I'm sure you have. I'm sure I'm
It
probably not the
seems
first
like
guy to do this.
everybody who comes into this house says it's their first time.
I'm sure they do.
So, What were you going to do with this 13-year-old girl?
I wasn't really going to. I mean, I called her earlier and said I'm not really comfortable with this. I didn't, and she kept saying, "Come on, I'll just hang out." I didn't want to do anything.
But you did get in the car and drive here from
the whole
Cincinnati.
damn way, I was thinking, "What am I doing? Why am I just not going home?"
But still, you
And I
drove
did.
here,
I
you
don't
got out,
know
you knocked on the
why.
door, and you walked in.
I know. I didn't want to.
And you're all anxious.
And I didn't want to. You did want to. This guy really annoys me with this whole poor me. I didn't want to do it, blah, blah, blah. They all do it, but this guy strikes me as just more annoying than the average, moron that shows up on this show. They all say, I didn't want to do it, but the fact of the matter is, you got in the car, you drove here from Cincinnati, and you walked into this house.
Wanting to see the girl.
She just said,
Yeah, anyway, that's the uncut. I'll go back to the original.
Did you think you were going to meet here?
"This is kid I've been talking to."
Oh, that's a good line. But just before we get to that good line, you can watch this uncut for yourself. Or I can do a commentary on it, or whatever. But it's there to be seen. There's a whole lot of great stuff in it. But we'll go back to this version.
Who did you think you were going to meet here?
"This is kid I've been talking to."
This kid.
I know she's a kid.
Oh, shouldn't have said that, James. You shouldn't have said that, James. Just this kid I've been talking to. I'm 26. You're 26 at this time. And I would never get in my red Corvette and drive and to see a 13-year-old. Ever. Ever, 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 ever. Let alone even talking, even talking to one in some Yahoo chat room. Why would you? You got more issues than meets the eye.
How old?
13, 14.
13. And how old are you?
Too old for a 13, 14-year-old.
Too old. And how old is that?
26.
26. And you thought it was okay to come over here to visit a 13-year-old girl home alone?
No, I really didn't.
But you're here.
I know. I don't know why.
Now, I know, before he walks in, what Rutherford does for a living. He even talks about it in his chat. We think we have it nailed down, but you never really know. I mean, he could have said that just to gain the confidence of a young teenage girl. So when I talk to him about what he does for a living, I don't say, are you a... I ask him, what do you do? What do you do for a living, Jim?
I'd rather not say.
Jim?
I'd rather not say.
Why don't you just tell me where you work?
Who do you work for?
I'll get to that in a minute.
No, I'd really like to know. I'm sure I'm on TV or something right now.
Why don't you just tell me what you do?
You're right.
I'm a teacher.
You're a teacher. And what grade do you teach?
6th grade.
6th grade. So you teach kids about the same age as the girl you were coming to see.
I would never do anything. I don't know why I'm here. Can I go?
I couldn't help but point out to him that he was coming to visit a girl who was basically the same age as the kids he taught in a private Catholic school near Cincinnati. And as a parent, as a journalist, as anybody, that's bothersome.
It is bothersome. You're right.
You were on your webcam, showing off in front of this 13-year-old girl.
Yeah, he was on his webcam flexing his muscles, etc. He also... I've got his wiki up here. What did I see? Yeah. A very common excuse. No plans for anything sexual to take place. Probably on TV. He masturbated in front of the decoy. He's off the registry now. Yeah, this guy's he's more to this guy than meets the eye. It's especially scary that he's a teacher. You gotta wonder.
And the conversation you had with this girl.
Was bad. I know. I don't know why. I need help.
You're cute too. Definitely have a pretty face. For jailbait. Laugh out
I knew
loud.
it was wrong. I knew it was wrong. I'm sorry.
I could be your teacher. Would you flirt with me? She says wink at you and stuff. Hee hee, okay. Cute. You'd like that. I'd be flattered. Not like that's a bad thing, innocent enough.
I knew I shouldn't have come. I knew I shouldn't have come.
That's what we just seen in the
I'm
Uncut.
sorry, man. I knew it.
At some point, he turns this corner, and it goes from an interview with me to a virtual counseling session.
I am going through a divorce. My wife Thursday told me she was leaving me. I don't know what spawned this. I mean, I was just in an Ohio chat
Look at that. The face of a concerned professional.
room, an adult chat room.
You know, Chris is just thinking, yes, keep talking, keep talking. This is more ratings, more money. Keep talking, you fucking idiot.
And this was a week or so ago, and she started talking to me.
Yeah, but that doesn't make it right for you to have this kind of a discussion.
And I shouldn't have. I
Look,
guess.
Oh,
Divorce is
wow.
tough.
Concerned on the sidelines.
Everybody gets that.
Yeah, I'm not gonna-
Nobody's going to make fun of that, right?
Well, I am.
Okay, it's not
On
good.
top of that, what kills me right now, I've thought about this a lot for years. Maybe I should just stop. Maybe I should get counseling. Maybe I should get help. And I thought, well, it's not that big a deal. I've never taken it to this step. I don't know if this week has just pushed me over the edge.
Look, you're not the first guy to have an issue with the internet and sexually charged conversations.
I know.
Addictions and compulsion.
Yeah, like, divorced, sure. That must be pretty tough. I don't know. I'm not married or divorced. But, you know, pushed you over the edge. Wouldn't it push someone over the edge to... like, if that were me, and I was, quote-unquote, pushed over the edge, I'd go to the casino, or I'd go to the pub, or I'd go fucking buy something ridiculous. I wouldn't, that's what I would do. I don't know. I'm just a fucking loser, but I'd probably go to the casino, to be honest. But this isn't being pushed over the edge. You have a serious problem. And I think this never pushed you over the edge. I think this would have been there the whole time. Yeah.
It's not.
I mean, we see it a lot.
Instead of me being arrested, is there some way you can help me?
Well, yeah. You know what? Sure. That's what everyone says. That's in the cops. That's what the cops learn. Yeah, we won't arrest you. We'll help you. When actually, prison is going to help you. Rehabilitation.
I don't know that I can do that.
I mean, will you give me some of the information here and tell me what exactly is going on?
You want to know what's going on? Do you ever watch television? Do you ever watch Dateline NBC?
Oh, damn, I've seen one of these.
You've seen one of these.
I know. That was one of the reasons I thought, why am I doing this? This could be a setup.
But let me get this straight, Jim. You've actually seen our previous programs on computer predators.
I didn't think I was a predator. I wasn't coming up here for anything physical. I know I talk. Look, that was like fantasy. That was like fantasy.
I know, but everybody says that. But what?
And in the Uncut, this guy here actually sits down. The boom mic guy, he sits down because this fucking idiot's talking for so long. Trying to talk his way out of it.
What's going to happen if I'm not here and the 13-year-old girl is? You got all charged up by seeing this gal on the
This gal.
webcam. Could I kiss you anywhere?
I'm sorry. Man, I know it's on
Did I
TV.
kiss it? I'm not a psychiatrist, but I've sensed that these guys were relieved to get this off their chest. To tell folks what they've been going through.
Sheriff's Department.
What they've been going through. Oh yeah, poor predators. Although I do think there is an element of truth in what Chris says. Just how he walked in and Chris said, I'd like you to come here. And then, he said, that's what I thought. And he walked straight in. His chat log. Oh, what the fuck? Fucking weirdo. What was I saying? His chat log isn't especially, it is not the worst. Put it that way. It's not the worst. I don't want to seem like a perv, but you are. Yeah, you are James Rutherford. How many times does this guy say sex? 6 times. Not the worst, I suppose. Yeah. What else does he say? Anything? It's just an excuse to put my hands up. What do you teach? 6th grade. Trying to come up for a project with my kids. 6th grade. So 6th grade is like 11, 12-year-olds. Am I right to assume that? Tickles you. It's just an excuse to put my hands on you. He watches basketball. I wonder what his favourite team is. Yeah, this guy's a fucking weirdo. Look at this. Bye sexy. I'll miss you. You're on late. Yeah, what's up? Can I tuck you in and give you a goodnight kiss? What a weird guy, man. Let's go to the bottom, see what we can find. Yeah. Oh, I think you've got such great eyes and a great mouth and a little dimple in your chin and you're just hot. Ugh, yuck. You are ripped and it's ridiculous. Hope you like me this much in person. Long drive for rejection. You have 2 options. Number 1, you can park down the street and walk up the street to the house. You can drive around the side of the house and you can park in the back. You can bring your invisible car. My car kind of stands out, that's why I ask. Yeah, this guy's a fucking weirdo, man. Oops. And you in those, me in my undies, you laying on top of me, kissing me, kind of grinding. Oh, yuck. Yuck, 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 yuck. Anyway. Yeah, this guy's a fucking loser. Yeah, whatever.
Stop, put your hands on your head. I think you do have a problem.
Obviously.
And you've admitted that, okay? That you have talked to minors before, 13 years of age. Do you masturbate while you're doing this?
Sometimes.
Okay.
I have, yeah.
So you're so driven by this, okay?
But sir, it's not like
okay,
it's...
Just listen to me.
Well, no,
okay?
I think I feel like I should at least tell you, it's not like it's... I go on there specifically looking for little kids.
What ultimately happens to these people is not for me to decide, and in spite of, what is an explicit chat and what looks like would constitute a felony and serious criminal charge, what happens to them is up to the criminal justice system. I mean, that's not up to me. But to see somebody who could hurt a child or expose a child to an early sexual encounter that could scar that child for the rest of their life and be caught and deal with the consequences of that, I think is a positive thing.
Yeah. So 45 jail, 36 months of probation. And he also got, it tells you here somewhere. Oh, got to scroll all the way to the top. Conviction. $2,000 in court fines and he didn't show up. Okay. No contact with minors ever. No porn by any means. How do they govern that? No drugs, no alcohol. Is that forever? Must submit a DNA sample. I don't really know what that means. 36 months parole. He goes straight back if he breaks any fucking rules. The judge ordered indefinite sex offender counselling due to the poor results of his court-ordered psychological sex offender evaluation. Sex offender for life in Ohio. His teaching certificate revoked. 7 additional felonies. Wow. Fuck, this guy got fucked. He didn't go to jail for that long, but yeah, he got wrecked in every other aspect, right? And, good fucking job. He'd be 40-something now, wouldn't he? That's kind of freaky to think about. Yeah, here we go. No matter what he said or how pathetic he tried to make himself look, a monster and a master of manipulation from Large Balance here. He went to the home, believed a 13-year-old girl was waiting. He manipulated Chris. Yeah, he brought up the pedophile rabbi, who I've got to do as well. The mentally challenged guy, yeah, we know that. Kennelly, the guy he knew from... yeah. His acting was amazing. Yeah. This guy, he's not that interesting. Like, I don't know how interesting this video has been, but I find him just, he's quite, yeah, let's get out of there. He's quite, he's quite intriguing. I want a bar in my house just to tell people to wait at the bar. His hairline knew better than to show up. Ew, divorce is tough. No one is going to make fun of that. Everyone commenting, making fun of dude. Yeah, pretty funny. Anyway, I think I'll end it there. Hopefully you guys like the video. I will get on to those other predators as soon as I can when I've got some time. And yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one.